Hey, welcome to this episode of Rough Talk MMA. Doing our first UFC Fight Night breakdown. So far, it's only been numbered cards on the Paramount deal, but this will be their first
Got
fight
spoiled
night.
with two in a row like that out of the gate. That's not...
Two good pay-per-views back-to-back. Not all cards are like that. This is much more of a casual Fight Night card, but sometimes the Fight Night cards, in terms of excitement and guys banging, it's not always the most stacked cards or the most exciting. This one's got potential. It's got a couple bangers on it. Not really loaded with the biggest names by any means, but there's potential here. We're going to do it a little different than we did the first couple cards with our picks. We're going to work top or bottom to top instead of starting with the main event.
Leave the best for last.
Yes, we'll see what style you all like more.
We tried the best first approach.
Mm-hmm. Now we're going to do the
best.
Maybe not the worst, but the opener first, and let us know in the comments which version you like more. And also, let us know in the comments your picks for some of these fights as well too, as we're going through it. But opening the card, we have Alex Morono. Well, at least this was the order I saw. It's possible on Fight Night it changes. Don't shoot the messenger. We have Alex Morono versus Daniil Donchenko. Alex Morono, man, he's a vet of the UFC as well too. He's had a lot of fights in the UFC. But unfortunately for him, he has been tagged plenty. He has a lot of losses. Some fights that I really thought he was on his way to winning, like against Santiago Ponzinibbio. I'm going to unfortunately go Daniil by KO/TKO on this one. The man's got a lot of power. I think even if we see Alex win the first two rounds, there's always going to be that threat of a finish in this one. And in the end, I think Daniil will get the finish over a very tough vet in Alex Morono.
Well, that's the thing is he's a vet for sure. He's got some miles, but they're dangerous miles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to agree with you 100% on winner and method, with the clear asterisk of you're fighting an animal who has it in him to put you to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, Donchenko has more than enough ability to put someone to sleep. 13 wins, 9 of which by knockout, 5 come in first round, and squeezes in a couple of submissions under his belt. Pretty well rounded, and he looks absolutely in amazing condition, and he's hungry. I can't disagree. I'm sticking to that one.
Daniil by KO/TKO.
Yeah.
Potential for a banger opener fight here, as long as that is the opener. Sometimes the order of things, how they're displayed online and come Fight Night, are a little different.
UFC's ability to update their shit is...
Yeah, Tapology's website is much more up-to-date than the UFC's, surprisingly. You'd think the UFC, it's their show. They would be the most up-to-date. You'd be surprised. They still list some old fights that are like injury replacements that haven't been updated on there. So they've been focusing on UFC 324 and 325, You want to take the next fight?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Well, is it actually the next fight?
Yeah.
This would be Klaudia Syguła against Priscila Cachoeira.
Notice I had no problem taking the first one, letting you take this one, The complicated names.
This has bothered me up until this point. My brain's saying Priscila. It's saying take Priscila. Go Priscila. You're crazy not to go Priscila. But for some reason, I'm going to go Klaudia. I don't know about the method. It could go either way. I'll go on a limb. I don't know if she can knock her out. I don't feel a submission. And I don't know about a decision. And I'm going Klaudia decision. And if she gets there, that's going to have to weather some serious shit. Because again, my gut's saying, I don't know, Priscila might do it.
Yeah, I have Klaudia winning this by decision as well, too.
Okay.
Priscilla, 7 losses, but, she's fought some very tough fights as well. I don't think Klaudia will have the power to put her out. I don't think she'll get the submission, but I do expect her to outclass her for 15 minutes. So, much like you, I also have Klaudia winning this one by decision.
All right, that actually made me feel better. We don't discuss our picks prior to this, just so people know. So sometimes it can be surprising for both.
Does make me a little nervous that we got the first two the same. If things go bad for us, We're both swimming.
I'm more inclined to pick opposite
Both
just so
sinking.
there's better chance.
No, but the first two were even on. And then the next fight, we have Muin. Now it's my turn to stumble
These
on
names,
names.
man.
I know. It's an international sport, you know. Muin Gafurov versus Jakub Wikłacz. And Jakub I saw last fight against Patchy Mix, who former Bellator champ, lost to Mario Bautista in his debut. Patchy Mix did. And then next fought the debuting Jakub. And to a lot of people, Patchy Mix was the clear favorite there. And Jakub looked great. Looked great on the feet. Really good grappling. You know, Muin's been in with he's been in a lot of fights. 20-6 is his record. So he's a vet. You know, he's been around. A lot of really solid performances. I'm not extremely confident on this one. I'm more picking Jakub. I have Jakub winning by decision, by the way. I have Jakub winning, though, mostly just because of how impressed I was off of his Patchy Mix performance. But Muin's a tough fight. You know, I'm not 100% confident on this one. I'm much more confident on the first two fights, but I have Jakub winning by decision in this one.
I have Jakub winning by submission in this fight.
That'd be a big win for him. That would make him 2-0 in the UFC. A big upset win, getting a finish in his next fight. That would set him off.
It's in his repertoire. He could do it.
He looked really good on the ground against Patchy Mix,
He's got a
great
good
grappler.
height advantage. I don't know. It'd be nice to see pull off. But yeah, I'm sticking to that. Jakub by submission.
That'd be a big one for the young lad. Let's see. Training partner of Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Dude, that
They go
kid's
well
face
back.
has miles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. He's been around.
crazy.
Yeah. And like I said, I was really impressed with him against Patchy Mix. So hopefully that was a debuting performance that ends up setting him on a big trajectory forward. And Muin doesn't stop his momentum. But I've been really excited to see this kid fight again. So I'm actually really excited for that fight. You want to take the next fight?
So I will say probably not the most packed card that we've seen even for a fight night, but it's definitely not the freaking worst.
No, there's potential here for some bangers too. Like that could be a really fun scrap on the ground, Jakub versus Gafurov.
All right, this will be my haymaker pick. I have to have one because we got Wang Cong versus Eduarda Moura. Wang is ranked number 12. Eduarda 13. I'm going to say Wang Cong by decision, and people might hate me for saying that. You're not ranked number 12 for nothing. She just needs to not allow Eduarda to do anything. But I don't know if Wang's going to finish this fight, and I'm leaning on Wang's side.
Well,
More than the abilities of Eduarda, that is pretty damn impressive. But I'm going to say if Wang can make it to decision, she'll take it.
well, mine might even be a little bit more of a haymaker there. Yours is probably the safer pick. I have Eduardo winning by submission in this one. I think she's going to be able to get Wang to the ground and get the finish. So I have Eduardo winning by submission on this one. So
Which is totally possible.
this is our first big deviation in terms of, the last one we had different method, but we still had the same winner.
Dude,
One of us is walking away correct here.
I don't feel good about that pick at all, though.
I'm not 100% on mine either, so we're on the same boat, but I'll go Eduardo by submission there. Very good grappler. Good records on display here with Wang being 8-1 and Eduardo being 12-1. So fun fight there.
On paper, it's a great fight.
Mm-hmm. It's not often I pick, usually women's fights, I lean towards it'll go to decision. Like I feel like that's a safe bet, but in this one, I think Eduardo's going to get that finish. Next fight, a Nurmagomedov on here. It's oftentimes hard to pick against him, but this Nurmagomedov does have a lot of losses at 18-5. We have said Nurmagomedov versus Javid Basharat in the bantamweight division, and I actually have said by decision, which Javid's looked really good in his UFC career. This is another one I'm not 100% confident on, but I do think Said's going to be able to push the pace, put the pressure on, and I don't think he's going to get a finish, but I think he's going to be able to smother Javid to a decision.
It made me smile. I normally just on name recognition would jump all over that, but the record is not It's not the family name. So I am actually going to veer opposite and going to go Javid by decision.
We're getting some deviation.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking where this is going. One of us is winning.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be that one has potential. Has potential to be a snoozer if Sed can just get on top and
don't say that
and smother him. But
you're right, but don't say that.
Javid could really make this a fun fight, depending on his ability to stop the pressure from Nurmagomedov.
Well, and they both have a lot of first round stoppages. They both knocked people out. They both have submitted people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can't go with submission, because in theory they should be able to stuff each other's. Again, this isn't
according to the statistics, but statistics don't matter once the cage door shuts. So
statistics don't involve knuckles.
Yeah, statistically, Tai Tuivasa and Taliesin Teixeira should never have gone to decision, but here we are. So, Sed Nurmagomedov versus Javid has a lot of potential, though. It'll be a fun fight, or perhaps a little bit of a snoozer.
And we have deviated.
That's always good.
All right. I'm getting tortured with this next name. You know that. Let me give a stab at it here.
Oh, well, you just don't got to say the nickname. I wouldn't even bother with that nickname.
Even the name. Okay. So we got Bruna, Brazil, spelled differently than the country. And then some really fancy nickname. Someone will have to explain what that is, but that is Ketlen Souza. I don't know where I'm going on this one, admittingly. I'm so on the cusp. Souza's got some miles. Both have pretty much the same amount of losses. But I've got to say the one with the miles is going to take the victory in the form of a submission. I can't. No. Yes. Souza by submission.
Okay.
I'm sticking to it. Not sold.
On this one, this is going to be one of my typical, it'll go to decision fights. I'm going to take Bruna Brazil by decision on this one. Souza hasn't looked incredibly impressive in her UFC career so far. So I'm going to go with a safe pick. I'm going to go Bruna by decision on this one.
Going deep with a submission.
Who knows? This could be your sleeper pick of the week, of the night.
I don't know, dude. I'm not even right now. I'm not.
So final picks there, though. I got
it's final.
Brazil by decision. You got Souza by submission. Let's see. This fight was originally Urin Sattelbub. Yeah, I'm not even going to try. Gorilla Urin versus Julius Walker. However, due to injury replacement, it's now Dustin Jacoby versus Julius Walker. And Dustin Jacoby might be one of the most dynamic strikers in that division. He is a problem to deal with for any light heavyweight, in my opinion. I'm going to go with Dustin Jacoby by KO or TKO. Julius Walker is going to wish he was still fighting Urin after that cage door closes. Julius Walker doesn't look bad in his career either, but Dustin Jacoby is a monster on the feet, and I think we're going to see Dustin Jacoby get the finish here.
I'll go offside gut just so we have something cool to talk about here. But I'm going to take Julius by decision. Righteously, Julius would get the knockout, but I'm going to stick to that.
Dustin Jacoby, former K1 or Glory kickboxer.
Dude, he's got legit miles. No coast miles. But
yeah, no, I think Dustin's going to get the better of him on the feet, but we got some deviation there. So we're both going TKO/TKO. Oh no, you're going decision.
I'm going decision.
Julius
decision. We're going to push this 3 rounds, and it's going to be a very interesting 3 rounds because I want to see that.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be a fun fight, though.
He's going to wish he was still fighting. You're funny.
Yeah, dude. Dustin Jacoby is like the worst guy to get as a short notice as a replacement fight.
A 1 week notice? Come on.
No, I think it was replaced longer than a week ago. It's just
2 weeks.
I don't know the exact date. UFC is just slow to update their website. On the website, it still says Uran. But no, Dustin Jacoby's been in this one for quite a bit. Next fight. Oh, no, I think next one's you. You start it.
Is it really the next fight? Gene Matsumoto versus Farid Basharat. Is that actually correct? Yes. Phew. You have Farid. Interesting. Going with the fat 14-0 record. I'm going to take Gene. Again, I just want to be different. I don't want us to all pick the same picks every time. And this is the card I think we can fairly do it with. There's some cards I think we'd be crazy to play with this. I will take Gene. Dude, either way, this is a great fight. A lot to lose for both fighters because both their records are almost impeccable. I'm going to take Gene by decision.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, I got Farid winning by decision here. Yep. And I just checked, and actually the Dustin Jacoby fight did get made a week ago. So you're accurate there.
Yeah, that's fast, dude. I mean, so hats off to anybody for taking a fight that short notice.
Mm-hmm.
But that's brutal for both fighters, really. Train your whole camp planning for one guy, and then pow.
And yeah, this was a tough one for me to pick, going with Farid here, because Gene looks great so far. Very impressive record from both guys. Farid's 14-0. Gene 17-1. I really struggled with this one. But in the end, I'm going Farid by decision. Is it one that I'm the most confident with? Absolutely not. I think that this one could go either way. So this is not one that I would feel comfortable with gun to my head by any means.
Mm-mm.
But I'm thinking Farid's going to be well-rounded enough just to get the victory by decision. I don't think he's going to be able to put away Gene, but I'm expecting a decision win from Farid. Whereas you're going decision for Gene?
Yes, sir.
So let us see. Next fight, I feel like is I'll get to in a second, but we have Michał Oleksiejczuk versus Marc-André Barriault. Man, Marc-André, I feel like sometimes is a guy that they throw in there when they want somebody to get a TKO win. Michał's got a lot of power in his hands. I think that this is going to be a first round finish for Michał. Michał by decision. I mean, Michał by KO or TKO. I think he's just going to tag Marc-André fast on the feet. Of course, Marc-André does have some good submissions, does have a good ground ability. Michał's been caught before. I don't know. But I'm going Michał by KO.
I can't argue one bit of what you said, and it was one of the quickest KO picks for this card.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go as far as to say it's almost like they...
Yeah, that was maybe a little mean.
We need someone to get the shit kicked out of them, but it's kind of how I see it going. I don't see it going any other way. So I'm going to exactly same thing. Going knockout Michał.
Should be a fun fight. That one's got potential to be a scrap, to say the least. So
I hope it doesn't play out as quick as it is in my head.
And look, Marc-André, 11 KOs. You know, he has potential to tag Michał, but he's shown some chin problems before. I think Michał's going to get the KO. Sounds like you do as well, too. So should have some fun there.
Big time.
We're getting to the final three fights.
Getting to where all the bread and butter is.
Yes. You can take the next one?
Yes. So this fight was a reschedule too. Originally was something else, and now it's not. Now it's Jailton Almeida versus Rizvan.
Almeida.
What did I say? Almeida?
Mm-hmm.
Almeida. It's spelled Almeida, but Almeida. I have Jailton winning by submission for this fight.
This is another fight that I think changed 2 weeks ago. So Jailton's coming in on short notice. It was originally Ryan Spann versus Rizvan.
Jailton's a beast.
Yeah, he
like
is.
A legitimate beast. I wouldn't want to train with the guy. I wouldn't want to eat his diet.
He's got really good grappling.
He looks so tough, dude.
Really good grappling.
He's well-rounded.
Yeah.
He's maybe underestimated, but is ranked number 6. So you're not that underestimated.
Mm-hmm. And I'll take Jailton by decision on this one.
Okay.
I've seen him get some fights like against Derek Lewis. He gets the takedown and just kind of rides him out on top, holds the wrist, doesn't really go for the finish.
One decision win
against Derek Lewis. Right?
I didn't see what did. It's crazy when you look at him compared to other heavyweights and how he's packaged. I mean, that is just a meaty, muscular dude.
Maybe it's an ambitious pick for me then, on paper.
Well, how's this?
To go with the
he had
the decision
none.
win.
Now he's got one.
He's gone 5 rounds. Yeah, Derek Lewis was his only decision.
So I could see. Oh, it's not a 5-rounder though.
He did go split decision loss to Alexander Volkov in his last fight as well too. So he's been decision a couple times, but has lost on the decision side before. Rizon's, he's tough. I think he'll be able to weather the storm.
It's a fair pick.
No submission losses in his career. I think he's going to be able to stop the submissions, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Jalton get the finish here either. So I get your pick there.
He's a machine.
Yeah, absolute physical specimen.
Like, I'd be devastated if he gets knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it though.
Next fight, co-main event of the night, and what I think has potential to be the fight of the night as well.
Actual main event.
We have Amir Albazi versus Kyoji Horiguchi. I have loved Horiguchi since his first UFC run. Then he went over to Ryzen, had a lot of success there. Really put on he had a highlight career. Always exciting fights. Man, I'm gonna go Horiguchi by decision on this one. However, Amir Albazi, 17-2. There's potential for an upset here. Horiguchi does have a lot of KO wins, including his last fight, which was a TKO win. By the numbers, 43% of his wins by KO/TKO. I was debating if we go decision or KO on this one, but I do think Amir is going to be a little too tough to put away, and I'm expecting a 3-round sweep from Horiguchi here.
I'm taking a Amir decision. I'll go opposite. I won't stomp on your love. Do I see it going? I actually feel Amir submission, but I won't say that. I'll say Amir decision. If he gets a submission, I'll be pretty stoked, but I'm not confident.
Mm-hmm. Kyoji's good on the ground, but let's see this one. This one has all the makings to be a really high energy.
Could be fight of the night.
That's my feel. That's my gut feel. Could be extremely competitive. Let's see. We have Horiguchi versus Amir Albazi, though, in the co-main event. You're going Amir by decision. You said, I'm sorry, yeah, by decision. And yes. I'll go Kyoji.
I wanted to go by submission.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make the fantasy bet. I'll say submission. But the reality, I'm going to say decision.
And I'll go Horiguchi by decision. A lot of fun there. But now we're to the main event.
This is it. This is for all the marbles. You know what? If that other fight was actually the main card.
Or the main event?
The main event? Yeah, it is part of the main card, isn't it, you idiot? It would be fitting. So we have Mario Bautista, ranked number 9, versus Vinicius Oliveira, ranked 11.
Oliveira.
I add the A. I'm American, not Brazilian. I add the A. Oh, I have so many non-gut picks. Vinicius by KO.
He fights with such disrespect.
But Mario's no joke, dude.
Yeah. The last fight.
He fights with such disrespect. That's a great way to say it.
Vinicius' last fight, hands by his side against Kyler Phillips. I thought Kyler opened up the fight tagging Vinicius so hard. Vinicius ate every shot and then just walked him down, hands by the side. Absolutely no respect for the striking, and ended up getting the TKO win. The guy is a problem on the feet. However, Mario Bautista is such a well-rounded fighter. Do we want to wrestle? Do we want to grapple? Do we want to strike? I mean, he really gave Umar Nurmagomedov a run for his money, dropped Umar once, almost got a toe hold. Umar still clearly got the win. But Mario Bautista is as competitive as it can be with anyone in the division. I think we're going to see Mario by decision. I would actually not even be shocked to see him put away Vinicius. However, Vinicius has problems for anyone in there.
It's an angry fighter.
Yeah. Anyone he fights is going to be a problem.
What's really cool, match to match, they're really a lot of equals. Exact height. The weight's pretty much, well, we know it's spot on. Reach 2-inch reach advantage for Bautista.
If Vinicius wins this fight, it propels him to the upper parts of the divisional rankings.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah. It's not an easy fight. We might, even in my pick of Mario winning by decision, I won't surprise to see him put on the stanky leg at one point. It's...
Oh, dude, it's possible.
It's going to be a tough fight.
This whole card is a tough one to call.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's not the most loaded card with names or anything like that, but there's some potential here for some highly competitive fights.
A lot of well-rounded fighters on this card.
Yeah.
Not one-dimensional.
So you're going Vinicius by KO/TKO?
Yeah.
And I'll go Mario Bautista by decision here.
Perfect.
Good card, though. Good card.
Only a couple of days away.
Some sleepers here. Happens this Saturday. So stay tuned for that. I think we're originally only going to do the numbered cards, but this Paramount deal, the cards have been so fun. I think we're sticking through them all. And after this week, there's a little break on cards. The next card after this one is February 21st, with the main event being Sean Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez. So
This is going to be a good card.
I'm really excited to talk about that one when the time comes.
Yeah.
But, I'll sit on my picks a little bit more before I...
Oh, hey, and
officially-
things change, too, because they could change up the order of who's fighting. We see canceled every fight.
I am actually happy, too, to have a couple weeks to really hone in on that card. These last 3 weeks have been back-to-back, and you go from 2 pay-per-views to this, which, standalone isn't really a bad fight night, but coming off those 2 pay-per-views, where most of the attention and focus has been, I almost would have liked another week to really digest these fights.
Oh, every other week would have been perfect.
Before committing, yeah. But, picks are in. Here's our picks for UFC Fight Night, Bautista versus Oliveira. Let us know in the comments who you think is going to win these fights. Which one do you think is going to be the fight of the night as well, too? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and we'll see you back early next week with our wrap-up of the card as well.
See how we did.
Yeah, let's go. All right. Ciao, ciao.